guys are thinking of cleaning out your garage or cleaning out your spare bedroom and maybe selling some of your stuff for extra money, I am gonna show you guys why that's a wonderful idea. I literally just did this in May. It was a complete and utter nightmare. It was a total disaster. You guys got to see the process, you got to see the things that I was finding, the things that I forgot about, and you got to see the way that the space turned out at the end, but you didn't see what these things actually ended up selling for when I finally listed them. So today I'm gonna share with you guys what these things actually sold for. I was shocked at the things that I had completely forgotten that I had. If I would have known that these things would have gone for as much as they went for, I would have listed them a long time ago. I don't know what I was thinking. One of the really cool things that I showed you guys that I was super excited to find was this old Navajo rug.
It's not in very good condition. Like it's got holes and stuff.
It was just folded in a corner. As I was cleaning, I pulled it out and I laid it out to show you guys.
But look how cool it is. And this thing is probably well over 100 years old.
It wasn't in good condition, and maybe that's why I didn't list it right away. The design is amazing, but it had some serious condition issues. There were holes in it, the edges were completely frayed in some sections, and the coloring wasn't amazing. It was kind of faded. This ended up selling for $300. This is what's called the storm pattern. This is actually a really popular Navajo design, and I wish I would have listed it sooner and not let it sit in a corner for 6 months. You guys, the next thing that I had just laying around were these Pottery Masks.
These are super cool. These are from a Northwest Coast artist, and they're in the style of like the Inuit spirit masks.
They'd sat around for months and months and months. The detailing on these things is absolutely amazing, and these would have been Northwest Coast, and they're signed by the artist on the back, which is also really great. But the same person ended up buying both of these. By the time I got them listed, they sold very, very quickly. Somebody ended up buying these for $625 for the pair. I think maybe I was apprehensive about listing them, probably because they are really difficult to ship. They're completely made out of pottery, and then what's holding them together is just these little wood pieces. And I spent a lot of time making sure that all of the details were wrapped in bubble wrap and paper, and I really wanted to make sure that these arrived in good condition, because not only are they beautiful, but they're super expensive. The next thing that I'm gonna show you is sort of amazing.
This is amazing!
Portable VHS player.
This is like when you needed a VHS tape to watch a movie, and it was a portable VHS player.
This is incredible because, you know, like now you can use your iPhone. You just like put on YouTube or you put on like Netflix and you can watch a movie, but like back in the day before smartphones, you had to use a VHS tape. It came in the original case, it had all the original wiring with it, and it was in perfect condition. You open it up, it has a tiny little screen on the front, and then you put the tape in and you can just set it on your lap, watch whatever movie you have in there. This thing is absolutely amazing. I would have loved to have had this as a child, and it ended up selling for $165, so people still really, really want these things. They're very desirable, so if you ever see these, it's definitely worth picking them up. The last thing that I'm gonna give you guys an update on from this video, there was a section in my workspace that was a death pile section. This is where things would go to die.
Can I just tell you guys, my death pile is literally like, I have a death corner. This is all stuff that I just don't feel like listing.
I had found these insane Raindrop lamps that I put back here to kind of drain. Like I'd set them on their sides and put cardboard under them so that the oil could drip out of them, because you can't ship these with oil in them. Could you imagine? Somebody would receive these and it would literally look like a crime scene, and I just kind of forgot about them. Actually, they just sat there for months and months and months and months, maybe even a year. When I did this video, I totally remembered that they existed, and I thought maybe I should list those. People really like Raindrop lamps. These are tabletop lamps, so these are kind of cool, and you don't really see them very often. You would set this on a table, or you would hang it if it's the hanging version, and there's oil that drips down these little cords and creates this sort of raindrop effect. And then there's this woman in the middle that's like, oh, I'm trapped in all of this rain dripping around me. And it's like this dramatic situation that she's in, and you just have this hanging in your living room. So that's sort of how this works. People really, really like these things. They're very nostalgic. My grandma had one of these in her entryway of her living room. I finally decided to list these after months and months and months. I sold one immediately for $198. The other one I sold a few weeks later for $227. So I'm hoping that this helps you guys get out in your garages and go into your death piles, list the things that you haven't been listing. Try to sell the things that you are worried about selling. So I want to hear from you guys. What is something that you've been thinking about maybe getting rid of, throwing away, or maybe selling? Something that you're like, not sure if it's worth anything, or maybe it's something that you know is worth a lot, but you're scared to ship it. Leave your comment in the comment section below. I'm super excited to read your guys' responses. If you haven't hit that subscribe button yet, make sure you do it now so you don't miss future episodes. And as always, thank you for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day.